Hey there guys, it's Rabbit and welcome back to more Let's Play Jade Cocoon 2. As you can see, we are now ready to tackle Fire Tower, wherein we should hopefully find the Oghorn that will allow us to complete our next job. But, of course, before we begin adventuring, I do want to run through a couple of things that did transpire with me solo and the camera off. So, first order of business, I did experience one cutscene in Firewalking with Wu. It's another one of those generic ones that really doesn't have anything to do with what's going on, but I ran into him and he kind of carried on about how he's getting old, but seeing me and Nam in this competition kind of, energizes him and gives him something to focus on, but he realizes that at some point he's going to have to throw in the towel and he can't do this forever. And then Nico kind of chimed in and said that it's hard to be human with the aging process, to which Kahu responded as a question, whether or not Nico actually aged. She informed him that fairies indeed do not age and remain as cute as they presently are, and then that was truly it for that cutscene. So nothing really special. He did end up giving us a Perplex book, I think is what it's called. Let's hop on down. Yes. So we got this from that cutscene. Again, it wasn't anything too special, but that's kind of what goes down if I backtrack on my own. So I got a couple more eggs. Again, basically garbage that we've seen time and time again. This Vordrak egg, though, I'm to the point where I think I'm going to just start dropping these because I just don't have room for them, and I'm not using the ones that I already have in surplus in my storage unit. So that is that in terms of items. We did find another comma. I found it in, oops, I did not mean to click on that. I found it in Firewalking 3, I believe, or maybe it was Firewalking 4, but that's the only one that I stumbled upon. But again, that kind of shows why I think it is important to backtrack, because you never know what comma you have left behind. So I think that's it in terms of items and cutscenes. So now let's actually look at formations and things of that nature. So first order of business is Fizzy. I was able to finally merge him. He did hit level 15, and I gave him Add Slan as I said I was planning on doing. So that's the only change that really went down with Fizzy. And then yes, here we go. So I ended up replacing Belinda with Chachi. I liked Belinda. I didn't have an issue with her as a divine beast on the amulet, and I really did like the formation that I had in our previous episode, but just the fact that she can confuse herself, I decided I wanted something a bit more consistent. So Chachi brings stroke chance to the table, and I kind of like that. Plus it's a coup, so I did give him the greater Batel item, which I had in my storage unit, and it ended up raising his wisdom by 4 points. I think that is it. I'm trying to think if I did anything else or if I saw anything else, but I'm pretty sure that wraps up my intro and my recap of everything that went down in our previous video together. So let's go ahead and keep on trucking. I really, really wish that we could have larger backpacks now, just because, oh my god, I have so many books. I don't need any more Inferno books. I don't need any more of these crappy Divine Beast eggs that I already have in excess. It's just, oh man. And believe it or not, I actually feel as though I don't really even need these mugworts anymore. I'm just gonna hold on to 2 of each of our healing things. I mean, I still have this Tendai herb. I have 5 citron powders, which you guys saw me purchase on camera, and it's just like, I guess I'll hold on to that. That might be good to have. I really don't need this many Inferno books, but I will wait until we really get down to the grind and we feel like, oh man, we're gonna have to work for what we want to bring back. But I do acknowledge that part of the challenge and fun of this is having the item limit, but oh my gosh, 30? It just seems like too few to me. Please be calma. Yes! Yes! It is on. We are going to get so much good stuff. I'm excited about next time we head back to the actual temple. So I ended up also switching my formation to where I will lead with my wind side, just because I do like having Fizzy put enemies to sleep. The fire beasts that we're running into, as well as the fire comma, are pretty susceptible to it. So I think it's a good opening for For this forest anyway, or for this elemental forest, I should say. But as I also mentioned in our opening, can you guys believe we are seriously, it's like 37 hours and maybe like 40 minutes, something like that. It was about 38-ish hours of gameplay. Like, that is outrageous. I cannot believe it. But we are getting very close to the end of all the forests. Every single elemental one is at, I guess I should say, section 4 or the 4th depth. I don't know how you would describe it, but you guys know what I mean. There's not, in my opinion, or in what I'm hoping is true, I don't believe there's much more room for exploration in terms of these forests. I mean, maybe there are 5 levels or 5 layers for each one, but I would think maybe not. But who knows? I've also been taking my sweet ass time, you know, with just all the backtracking to make sure I have all the comma and trying to get the best formation possible. So, you know, I've probably added an extra 5 to 7 hours, I would say, with dragging my feet. So this game may end up taking us closer to 50 hours, even though I think it's supposed to be a 40-hour game. Maybe it is supposed to be more like 50 hours. I'm not too sure. I'd have to go online and see kind of what the average time is that most people clock in for this title. But it's kind of nice because Jade Cocoon's Story of the Tamamayu was much shorter. I mean, that game will not take you more than 25 hours max, but for most people that's about a 15 to 20 hour game. I don't remember how much time it took me to finish it for this channel, but it was not a time commitment whatsoever. So it's kind of, I think, welcome for them to have added a lot more content to this game. Just a lot more to explore, but I really wish the story hadn't been sacrificed for that. So that was something that I was mentioning either in the previous episode or the one prior to that one, that I felt as though the way Story of the Tamamayu presented the protagonist I thought was superior to what we're receiving here with Kahu. We just got a lot more insight into Levant's purpose and sort of the importance of his journey, whereas with Kahu, it really is much more, I don't want to say petty, because Kahu is not petty, but it just lacks the same amount of depth and importance as what we had with Levant. So in that sense, I'm kind of disappointed, but oh my god, how big is this forest? Oh my gosh, maybe I should just open all the spots first? I don't even know. Okay. Does this loop around? Oh, thank goodness. I really wish you could zoom in and out of the map. That would make things so much easier, at least once you've completed the area. I think that would be an improvement for sure, but thinking about it, and I had this conversation with someone a few weeks ago, I would really like to see a Jade Cocoon 3, but I strongly doubt we'll ever get one, just because, you know, it's sad, but the series just was not that successful here in the United States, and I don't know how it fared in Japan. I mean, it's likely that it did so-so, but I'm not sure why this didn't really appeal to Western audiences quite as much, especially because Pokemon has been very well received, and there's a new Pokemon-like game with ghosts. I think it's called Yokai Watch. I think that's what it's called anyway. And it's also, from what I understand, doing very well. I think there's an anime for it, and at least from what I've been seeing online, people seem to like it. You know, I don't know any numbers, and I don't even know if the first game has come to the US yet for Yokai Watch, but assuming that it has, everything that I've at least heard about the series is that it's popular in Japan and that they're expecting it to do relatively well here in North America, and I'm sure in Europe as well. I'm pretty sure Europe will see a release for that. Maybe. Okay, I don't know if I really want to deal with yo bullshit. So, ooh, Fobarina, that's the next version, I think, of what we've got going on with Luther on his fireside, but I don't know if I have the comma for that yet. I'll have to see. But anyway, coming back, I guess, to what I was saying about Jade Cocoon and a potential third game in the series. I would very much like to see it, but I just don't have much hope that that is going to happen. Okay, now I guess I'll backtrack now that I've opened up most of the... More comma, yes please. Now that I've opened up most of this map, I'll just kind of run back and pop into all of the ogre vines. Ooh, mama gamma. I love it. As we're seeing the more advanced... Oh, come on, you asshole. As we're seeing more advanced comma and more advanced divine beasts, I'm really liking... Oh my god, that did so much damage. Okay, we are not having any of that shit. It's really nice seeing how elevated and advanced the designs are compared to some of the larval forms or the baby forms. I just don't think all of them look that great, and I still am lamenting the fact that they removed the ability to kind of tailor your beast to look how you want. So in Story of the Tamamayu, I believe I've talked about this before, but if I haven't, and for those of you who've never played it or watched my Let's Play of it, when you merged beasts in that game, or minions is what they were called in that installment of the series, they actually would take on a form that was sort of a combination of the two beasts that you had combined. So it was really interesting. You could end up with things that were horrendously ugly, or you could get things that were kind of cool and you wouldn't find in the wild just because it was a product of your own creativity. And the way that it kind of worked, it was somewhat complicated, but I thought in a very rewarding way. You would have like a base form, so that would be sort of the skeleton, if you will, for it, and then the second form was the skin, or the coloration, I guess you could say. And it was just really cool and really fun. I liked that a lot. And oh my gosh, we have not seen a Regenera book yet, so let me put my thoughts on hold and take a gander at this. Book of Power Battle Words. Resurrect costs 1 shield. I wonder if that means I can resurrect a divine beast in battle. That would be amazing, because if I could do that and then just use my shield Bible afterwards, oh my gosh. Yes, please sign me up. We have so many shields anyway. As long as I don't completely screw up and throw a battle and have a lot of my coverage removed from me, that would be fabulous. Okay. I'm excited. So, as I was saying about the merging system in that game, I did think it was superior to this one, even though I like the variety here.
Hey there, Nam. Why do you use chews? 'Cause they're strong. Stupid question. But aren't there other strong divine beasts?
Isn't it the looks? That turned-up chin and such match this guy to a T.
Yeah, and their hot-headed nature is similar too. How stupid! You guys don't get it at all. Totally massive power. Those destructive force. I'm captivated. If you're gonna raise some, how about raising some of them? Really refreshing.
Choose, huh? I'm not conjuring up an image. Oh, yes, I am. Chews are like, I think, what Egbert is? Or is he an Og?
Even if you raise the same divine beast, I'll still win.
Yeah, whatever. We've fought you before and kicked your ass every time.
But even if you...
Alright, so nothing else from him. Chews. I really think Egbert is a Chew. Maybe he's an Og? I don't think he is. Guys, I gotta get my shit together. I don't even know all of the categories of divine beasts that we've got going on. Oh my god, I have so much garbage. In an ideal world, we'd be able to carry at least 50 items. I feel like that would be great. Although the clunky system of selling would probably make the whole process of scrolling through items more tedious than it already feels. So for sure, if we saw a Jade Cocoon 3, I have a long list of suggestions for improvements. Like, I feel like they did a good job with some things, but then other things it's just like, no, why you guys throw away how innovative this idea was for Story of the Tamamayu. Why? Okay. Well, I think that's it for this ridiculously huge map. So let's head on to the Princess Vine, which I don't even know where it is anymore. Okay, there it is. And I think we got everything, yeah? Pretty sure we did. So before we head in, God, what do I need to drop? Maybe I actually don't need these anymore. Maybe I can get away with carrying one. I feel like that's a little too ballsy, though. Don't you guys think? I might be regretting that. Okay, I definitely do not need... What is that, 6 of those? You know what? I think 3 is fine. You know what? Fuck it. 2. And we have 2 shield Bibles. Okay. God. The struggle is so real, you guys have no idea. Okay, let's head on. We can tick Fire Tower 1 off our list and head on into Fire Tower 2. Alright, we will explore 1 or 2 more ogre vines, and then we will call this a video. Oh, I didn't even see this thing here. Alright, well, it's over for you two. Or maybe not. Why? Why are you physically attacking me? Very strange choice. But oh my gosh, you guys! I'm so excited that Fizzy now actually is doing things on both sides. It had been a long time coming to get him to cast this. And so I'm not sure what I ultimately want to do next, or when, oh god, and when I say this, it's a long ways off, I'm sure, but when I do have my 9th slot available, I'm not sure what I want to put there and how I want to tailor my final party. I'm kind of like rubbing my hands together in my mind in eager anticipation of that point getting here. Although I've been enjoying this game a lot, I am excited to advance the story and kind of get towards the end. Oh man, this looks like this is probably going to be a fight. I certainly don't expect this to be Kama. So let's go ahead and just end this episode right here. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. As always, I'm your host, Rabbit, and this is my Let's Play of Jade Cocoon 2. I'll see you very shortly, my friends.